Hello, everyone. I just want to share my experience of reading through the Gospel of Luke in one setting. Now, I typically read for depth versus breadth when I'm doing my own Bible study, so this was something that was a little challenging, a little out of my comfort zone, but I certainly appreciated doing it and enjoyed the experience, and definitely left with a sense of accomplishment after having digested such a large portion all at once. It was particularly rewarding to see how a specific evangelist, in this case Luke, told the whole story of Jesus from his perspective over the course of the 24 chapters in his gospel. As I read these 24 chapters, there were a few specific things that stuck out to me in my reading. So, first would be that Luke seems particularly concerned to demonstrate Jesus' identity and identifying with us in our human plight and suffering. Of course, we have the obvious things like miracles, healings, even raising the dead, casting out demons, things such as that are pretty standard in all of the Gospels. But we also see in Luke a special emphasis and concern on Christ taking on some of the macro social structures that lead to human suffering. Think of causes of poverty. He seems very keen to show when Jesus is taking on the religious leaders and keeping the common person stuck and trapped in burdens and traditions that are enslaving rather than freeing. Another thing that I thought was somewhat interesting as I read Luke, compared to some of the other Gospels and certainly the epistles, Luke seems to lack some of the explicit theological statements that we see more frequently in other Gospels. Now, of course, this isn't to say Luke doesn't have specific theological statements to say, but maybe reflection upon Jesus' life isn't particularly his main concern. He seems more concerned with showing who Jesus is by way of what Jesus has done on his time here on earth. And to a certain degree, we are left to make the conclusion ourselves. As he tells in his opening, he is writing this account that we may have a more sure foundation for our faith. Thank you.